Hey everyone, it's BH from the BEASTIARY channel. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded anything on this channel, but I want to come here today to give some explanation to my absence and what I am currently doing, as well as what does the future hold. So you're probably asking right now, why have I not uploaded any videos? Like you had all these great plans and you had the T-Rex video all planned, then all of a sudden there's nothing. What the hell, dude? What's going on here? Well, what happened is that back in August, I was expecting to go on a trip that I was looking forward to the entire year, and things were going well. The group I was with, things were so far doing pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't go into too many details because of how personal it really is. Um, Long story short, there some unfortunate circumstances came up that completely derailed the entire thing. There was literally no saving it at that point. Again, I can't go into too many nuances or foulings of the situation because it is very private, and I want to make sure that I'm protecting not only my identity but also their identity too. So, and when I say my identity, I just mean the circumstances of the whole event. It was a pretty sensitive time, and afterwards, I just did not feel very good at all. I was in a bit of a creative slump. Uh, so yeah, it definitely wasn't the greatest. So from there on in, going to the fall, my desire to do videos really just dropped. I didn't really have the motivation. I had the ideas, I just didn't have the drive to put in all the hours for editing and all that stuff. And plus, there were other areas where I wanted to make money off my art from as well, which we'll get into a bit. But I just wanted to get some context there. So to answer your questions, yes, I'm still drawing. That isn't going anywhere. Um, am I still going to do the videos from this year and next? Yeah, absolutely. And this leads me into the next part because what I've decided to do is I will do videos at least once a week. It may not be the best for growth, but once a week, maybe twice if I'm lucky, that'd be great. But I really do want to get back into regular content on here because there are just some unscripted videos that I like to do. Like, for example, I've seen a few comments very recent in the last few months asking me, "Oh my God, your drawings are so good. How do you do it?" Well, I've been thinking about it lately, and I thought to myself, you know what? Why not let's just do unthemed videos? Let's just show people how I do my artwork, uh, what my resources are, what is my process like, how do I achieve certain things like values and anatomy and forms, and how do I keep my creativity, all that good stuff. So I'm definitely going to do that. The theme videos are still going to be there, but they're going to be just a part of the equation, not the whole thing. The other thing I like to mention is that I am now putting my artwork on Printify and on print on demand shops. So yeah, I'm selling my artwork. Um, I, there's the link for my Printify shop there. We got I got a bunch of stuff there. I just got two creatures on there, like the Sasquatch and Kraken, as you can see right here. But I've made really sure that they're of the highest quality. I kid you not, guys. I really put in a lot of work. Like these took days to make. So so I really wanted to let you know that yes, I'm still going to do it that way. I'm still going to do the YouTube stuff, but I also want to expand my reach and all that good stuff. Some of you may be asking, are you going to do social media? The thing is, I am very distrustful about social media as a whole. I mean, yeah, I know YouTube gets lumped in there, but I still kind of see it as a video sharing and posting site. The reason for me being reluctant to do social media at all is just frankly, I just distrust a lot of the big social media corporations, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TwitX, X, whatever, whatever the hell we want to call that. Um, Blue Sky, I frankly couldn't care less, but I've seen a lot of very useful advice sites on growing my print on demand shop that say no, you need to do have at least some exposure to that because that's where your audience and more specifically your customers are going to be. So I'm going to think about how I'm going to do that. I don't want to just jump into it, because of the exposure and revenue and all that stuff. I need to be careful about what I put on the site. So it's not out of the question. It's just I'm going to be very tactful about it, is what I'm going to say. Uh, as for what themed videos I have in mind, well, the T Rex is one of them. But you may notice earlier this year that I had a video themed creating a biologically accurate Loch Ness monster to conquer the waters or something to that effect. I'm still going to do that one. I think that one is probably going to be one of the coolest videos I'll ever do because one, the Loch Ness monster mystery is not going away. Two, there's a lot of really neat stuff you can do with the various different theories and creatures that Nessie and her kind have been theorized to be. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. And also three, it's just really creative to branch out and do other things. I know I've been kind of known for my, making hybrid dinosaurs or my mutant dinosaur videos, which thank you so much to everyone who has really made those videos take off the way they did. It may not be in the thousands of views, but every little bit counts for a growing channel like me. I can't stress it enough. Uh, as for the new year, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do then, but one of the video ideas I have in mind is having to do with K-pop demon hunters. Now, yes, I know that it has been all the rage on the internet and especially on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I know how popular that is, and I get it. I actually watched the movie when it on online when it came out this year, and yeah, I agree. It's a really good movie. Rumi has become one of my absolute favorite characters of all time. I just love her journey, and her relationship with Ginu was just really sweet. And also the concept of demon hunters and demons in a Korean sense, and taking place in Seoul and in the backdrop in the K-pop industry. I thought that was very creative and very well done. So if you haven't, again, like everyone else, go watch that movie. If Even if you're not a fan of K-pop, if you just want like a good animated movie with a good story, likable characters, blah 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 blah, go watch that movie. You will not be disappointed. Period. But getting back on track, I have an idea for a potential creature themed around that movie. I don't think many people really realize just how rich Korean mythology is. I got exposed to it a little bit through Dragon Wars, D Wars. If any of you remember that, yes, I know I'm going to be called Unk big time for remembering that movie, but honestly, who cares? but but seriously, I actually have an idea for a creature that could very well aid the Huntrix theoretically in their fight against Guima and his regime of evil. So there's that. So there's one, and this next idea was really meant for November 3rd this year, and for all Godzilla fans out there, I'm a huge Godzilla fan here. I've been a G fan all my life. My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, is Godzilla 2000. So one of my ideas is either creating my own Godzilla design, which I know Toho's gonna slap my ass with copyrights, just like they do with nearly everything they do, which I I totally get. I understand why they do, but more to the point, either my own Godzilla design or the one I am thinking of leaning more towards doing is creating my own kaiju creature to fight Godzilla on Godzilla Day. So November 3rd, 2026 is what I have planned for my Godzilla is for my create a kaiju to fight Godzilla video. That's the working title right now. I'm not too sure if it's going to be just a straight design or if it's going to be like part design and part narration, just with some great music. I am a writer after all. And actually there's another thing too. One of the ideas is that I des- want to illustrate creatures for my own stories. I was actually an author for Wild Hunt Press once, and I've done a few stories for them, doing all kinds of monsters and like a version of the creature from the Black Lagoon, my own take on like the shark monster archetype that was popularized by Jaws. One that was like in a giant eel that got escaped into a lake, and actually the legendary Ogopogo, um, which is my favorite cryptid of all time, and it fighting the giant eel. So I really want to do that, just design the critters right there. I don't want to go into too many ideas here. Is getting a look. This video it will be way too long for me to do and be way too rambling, more than it actually is. Let's be honest. But those are just some of the ideas I have. And there's another one where I do like a sea serpent design for National Sea Serpent Day on August 7th. That one is going to be really cool. So I do have a few ideas. It's just me getting out of this creative slump, which I found myself in for the past while, and just getting back into the rhythm of things. And so that's what this video is all about. I just wanted to let you know that yes, I'm still alive and kicking. I know I haven't forgotten about the channel. It's just some unfortunate circumstances this year have kind of demotivated me a bit, and it's just me picking myself up and just finding that again. So thank you all to everyone there on here who listened to this video, and to everyone who watched my videos. Even if it's just on my shorts, it's super appreciated. I cannot stress it enough. Your support does mean the world to me. All right, so with all that said, I am Professor BH from the Beastery channel, wishing you well until the next time.